Hi, my name is Catherine Rush. I am currently a student with Indian Hills Community College, and I am presenting today for my professional communication class with Professor Welch. We were asked to give a presentation with slideshow on someone that we believe is a great leader with excellent presentation skills. I've prepared a slideshow speaking about a lifetime of speaking out with David Attenborough. David Attenborough is a biologist, a natural historian, and a broadcaster who teaches people about the creatures of Earth. In this presentation, I want to show you how David Attenborough has sought to incite change around the world for species on our planet. So, David Attenborough built a foundation for success through studying at Cambridge University. He has over 70 years in public speaking, and he has produced some of the world's most memorable documentaries on wildlife conservation and natural science. His 70-year career spans generations and platforms. He's someone that has learned to adapt to television presentation, newscasting, books, documentaries, and more. David Attenborough has encouraged me and others around the world to care about and protect the world's ecosystems. And for that reason, I believe that he is someone that is very admirable. The first thing that I want to point out about Attenborough's presentation skills is that David Attenborough is someone who values credibility. He graduated Cambridge University in 1947 before going on to publish his first work 5 years later. He is someone that understands that great communication and great presentation skills take knowledge behind them to be able to present. He isn't someone who goes into a presentation just hoping that it will fall together. He's someone that's passionate about putting the work in that is required to be a professional communicator. He's been awarded 32 university degrees. So when I'm thinking about someone who has a lot of credibility in his field, it's definitely David Attenborough. He is someone who universities around the world have recognized throughout the course of his career that he is always learning, always trying new things, and always producing and discovering content that is worthy of being bestowed multiple degrees. He chose his cause and he built his career on it. I think that this speaks really highly of his credibility because he is someone who chose something that he was passionate about, pursued his interests through education, making sure that he knew what he was talking about, that he was a credible source, and then he built a 7-decade career on making these documentaries for the world to enjoy and see our planet and learn about the creatures that we share this planet with and making a difference for them. The second skill that I want to talk about in his leadership is that teamwork built his reputation. David Attenborough is the kind of leader who understands that leadership is not just about one person. Leadership is about a team that comes together, and ultimately the leader takes ideas from everyone to graft into the bigger picture. Attenborough's first documentary was produced when he was an intern or trainee with BBC, British Broadcasting Systems, and he went on to write, produce, and do the voiceovers for over 100 of his own documentaries in this field. He utilized the skills and resources that others had in order to further his purpose and what he wanted to accomplish. He learned to partner with other people to ultimately bring his goals about. The third slide that I have for David Attenborough is that he is an example of hands-on leadership. So Attenborough did not simply read scripts written for him like a voice actor would. He was hands-on in writing his own scripts, and he was so hands-on in his presentation style because he was in his field. He was someone that didn't just expect information to be handed to him and he reads it. He was someone that was out making sure he understood the information, he was gathering the information, and he was building a foundation that he could teach others on. He embarked in his own field studies around the entire globe. All the continents, different species from every continent. David Attenborough was on site, facing the hardships of being out in Arctic weather or in the desert, to be able to film species that he cared about and that he felt that the world needed to see and understand better. So he is a prime example of hands-on leadership. I want to take just a moment to summarize a little bit about what I learned about his leadership. Sir David Attenborough relied on others to work with him. He relied on his colleagues, and his colleagues, when you read information about him, consistently speak about how he values others and how he puts in the hard work necessary for his field. He is respected for his credibility, his passion, and his hands-on approach to speaking, and he was actually granted the title of Sir David Attenborough by the British royal family for all the work that he has done in conservation around the world. He's been recognized through scientific and television awards. So this is someone that is multifaceted. He realizes that communication and education work together in order to ultimately produce the best work. So he is someone that has not only been proficient in his field for natural science, but he is someone that understands that communication is necessary to advance in so many other fields. And lastly, he's respected for a passionate career that's given him over 7 decades of success. So David Attenborough is actually turning 96 years old this week, which made him just such a fun topic for me to talk about. This is someone that's 96 years old who has spent his entire life devoted to making sure that people understand our ecosystems, understand our planet, our water systems, species around the world. He has over a dozen species that have been named for him in plants and animals, and he is someone that, even at 96 years old, still understands that good communication makes a difference. So he is still impacting generations today, just like he was 70 years ago. So I hope you guys learned something today. I hope that if you have never seen a David Attenborough documentary, that you will go and watch one. They're on platforms from IMAX to Netflix to primetime television. So I encourage you to go watch one and just hear a voice that you will probably recognize and that you will fall in love with learning with him. So thank you.